So this is Tim Willis, and today we're going to be taking a look at how the structure works in ClickFunnels 2.0 and how we use our sections, our rows, and our element. And this is probably going to be kind of boring for somebody that already uses ClickFunnels, but for people that are new to ClickFunnels, it's good information to know to understand how the basic structure works when you're setting up your web page. As usual, there'll be no flashbang effects, there'll be no fancy jump cuts. We're just going to give you the video straight up with no gimmicks, because I'm the least gimmicky guy you're ever going to find. And as you notice today, I'm kind of giving you something extra. I'm wearing a shirt with a collar. That doesn't happen too often. Let's go ahead and go to the video. Okay, so today's video is going to be pretty simple and just covering something very basic. And this may be boring for people who are already using ClickFunnels, but it needs to be covered just because there's no way for me to know at what level people are starting at or if they're even using ClickFunnels at all right now. So we're going to look at the structure inside the editor and how that works. Now we're working in ClickFunnels 2.0, but the good news is the basic structure elements are going to be the same in ClickFunnels 2.0 and ClickFunnels Classic. And so we're here with a blank page we've just created here, and so we have nothing on it. We click here, we're going to add a new section. Now the section can be different sizes. We're going to go for full page. And then what I am going to do here is go into the settings, go to background, and I am going to add a little bit of grace color there, and you'll see why in a minute. This is simply to make things more visual. Okay, so our next element down from the section element is going to be a row. Now rows can be anywhere from 1 column to 6 columns. We'll go ahead and do a 1 column row. And again, I am going to go into the settings and change the background color so things are a little more distinct. Alright, and this leaves us with the element. And the element can be anything from a headline to an image to a button or whatever. There's a whole bunch of things you can choose as an element. There is a slight difference between the selection in ClickFunnels 2.0 and ClickFunnels Classic. All your major things like your headlines and your video, your selection boxes and things will be in both. They just may be, the settings just may be located in different parts in the toolbar. That's in both versions is going to be on the right hand side. So let's go ahead and just choose a headline. And then once again, we're going to make this more distinct by changing the colors up. And I'm going to go and override this. So we'll go ahead and change our text to white. And then we'll go down to our background. And we'll go ahead and just make that black. Okay, so this gives us a pretty good visualization of how the different elements work in the ClickFunnels editor. And as I said, it will be the same on these elements. And as I said, it will be the same on the structure in ClickFunnels 2.0 and ClickFunnels Classic. It's just that there will be a slight difference in what's available under the element portion. Well, this is just understanding how the structure works. For example, to create a new section here, and let's just say we wanted to copy this headline. And so we duplicate it. And if we try to drop it into the section right now, it's not going to let us do that. And the reason why it won't is because there's no row. So we need to have the row first. Again, we'll put in a 1 column row. And now we can grab that clone headline and we can stick it in that second section. And that is where the importance of understanding the order of things comes in. Now another thing you can do is, let's create a new section, is if you already know the structure of the page you're going to build. In other words, you know, I'm going to have a 1 column row at the top or the headline, and below that I'll have a 2 column row, and then later on down I'll have a 4 column row because I'm going to have some testimonials or show some bonus products they'll be getting or something like that. You can actually build that out ahead of time. So let's go ahead and create a full page section, and then we'll add a row. We'll make it a 1 column row. Now below, then we'll add a headline. And then below that we'll add another row, and we'll make this a 2 column row. Okay, and then we'll make this an image. And then we'll put a headline over here. And then we'll have that 2-column row. Now let's say that below that we wanted to add another section. So we can add another section. Then here maybe we have some kind of headline or a sub-headline. So we'll create a 1-column row. And we'll stick a sub-headline in this time. And then below that maybe we're showing what they're getting, and they're getting several items. So we want to go ahead and add another row. And we'll say this is a 4-column row. And then in each of these 4-column rows, we can go ahead and put something in here. Typically we'd have an image at the top and then some kind of writing below that describing what they're going to get. Now I'm just going to duplicate these image elements and move them across just for visual reference. And then maybe at the bottom we'll have another row. We'll make it a 1-column row. We'll put some sort of text in there. So we'll just drop a headline in there. Actually, we'll just drop a paragraph in there. And then below that we'll probably have some sort of footer. So we'll add another section. We'll add a row. And then we would have some sort of information here, which we'll put another paragraph in there, which would be basically the company name, any kind of copyright information, and any kind of legal pages like privacy policies or terms and conditions. So we could actually map a page out ahead of time without actually putting in the copy or the images or the videos and put that in later. And so that is basically a short little video on how the structure in the ClickFunnels editor works. And I understand it's not the most exciting thing, but I do want to cover everything because I never know at what level people are starting from. So this is Tim Willis with ClickFunnels and Click Designs, and that's the video for today, and we'll talk to you folks later.